Arab nations will follow suit, basically, and like.
It's a great question.
Yeah. Want to do the same, like creating peace. Micah?
I think yes, because I think Israel has a lot to offer, like these Arab worlds. Like I think, for example, like Jordan, they rely a lot on like Israeli technology to get water and stuff like that. So I think once they see that like Israel is not going anywhere and Israel is able to provide them with like a lot of like support and a lot of technology, and it could be beneficial to both nations, I think that they'll want to enter into agreements.
Gotcha. And my other question is do you guys think Trump has like a major influence on this? Because obviously this didn't happen under Biden. Like, not as much as this. Mikey?
I think at least in the Middle East, Trump has shown more like power and like influence. Yeah, prestige too. And like it's kind of evident with like the way he like the things that have happened during his term, before and now. Like it's hard to like deny that like he does have an effect on it. So yeah.
I gotta ask her.
I think that I think Trump is more unpredictable than Biden. I think that they just want to.
They're like worried.
They don't know what to expect right now. I think they're trying to make a good face with Trump right now to see, just in case, like as a contingency.
Do you guys think they're doing this on like behalf of the other Arab nations, or just like they're doing it individually? Micah?
Well, I think to build on what Amit said, and then to answer your question, I think that I definitely agree. I think Trump is very kind of, you never know like which side of Trump you're going to get, which I think also serves to him as like, he's feared a lot of times, which is probably a good thing, especially in situations like this. Like we see, like with now everything going on with like immigration in Colombia, like the minute they didn't let the plane land, he was like, we're going to impose tariffs, we're going to revoke visas, so then they get scared, and now they're going to be more likely to listen to the United States. So situations like this too, like he for months has been saying Hamas has no idea what's coming for them if they don't release the hostages, and then he comes to office, they start releasing hostages. They really don't know what side of Trump they're going to get, which I think serves to his advantage. I think to build on what you said, I think that like I think this is like the beginning of we'll see more and more Arab nations, like for a while it was Saudi Arabia entering into like normalization treaties, now Bahrain. So I think that hopefully we'll see more and more Arab nations.
I think that I just want to. Like I feel to make it clear for everyone, if you watch a horror movie and there's like a jump scare and like everyone's always scared of a jump scare when you watch a horror movie and you're scared of like the threat in the back and it's always just in your head. And so there's pretty movies where you get really scared and nothing actually happens at the end. I feel like that's kind of what's going on with Trump and all the Arab nations, and I feel like even the prospect of war or some sort of other conflict, just the threat is what makes them just kind of try and fall into place and not deviate and not
But you're saying that he's all talk, basically? You're saying that it's just like a jump scare?
There's something about the Arab mentality or the Arab culture that he's tapping into with his court. Things that we criticize for America is what they're responding to. I like how you brought in Colombia too, because South America has a similar political culture in the Middle East, right? They're run by these, dictators who just, it's like might over right, like that's what they respond to, these guys. So somehow Trump tapped into that, and he's like macho enough to scare them.
Yeah,
Macho man.
I also think he's giving Israel like more free reign though, and I think the Arabs are more scared of that. Because like under Biden, there was like more constricted, and he didn't really like allow them to carry out what they had to.
I agree. I think like Biden paused, I know a lot of like the shipments of weapons and stuff because of he was under a lot of domestic pressure, but I think
politically correct or whatever.
Yeah. So like paused like the bombs and stuff, and I think now they know that like Trump will be willing to do a lot more to support Israel, so they're kind of a little scared.
100%.
Yeah, that's a great.
I really love it right now. Right off the dome, and it was honestly it was a banger.
We were a team, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Team effort, baby.
Right.
Good stuff.
He's a contender.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll tell you what today's class is supposed to be, and we'll make it happen. Right, today's the day that we're presenting our take on what happened in Lita through the eyes of those characters, through the Lita group work slideshow. I haven't checked yet if there's at least one representative of each group, so we can see what happens. And then, after each group presents, it's the reflection part that we didn't get to yet at the end of quarter time. So I guess anyone who's not here will have to sort of read through the slideshow themselves or something, and then do the quarter time, but we will, maybe I'll make like a little post video, do that. Alright, so everyone has the Lita group work slideshow open. Does that mean, let's just see who is here. Okay, so Bulldozer Group, Jeremiah's here.
Is that today?
Yes, you're presenting now. So
Wait,
we're gonna check if there's one person in each group. Then I'll give you time if you need to do a little huddle or like a practice or something, and then we'll come together and present. Okay, so Jeremiah, you'll check. He is here on behalf of Hamid and Aviva, so you'll present the brigade commander. You guys are both here for training employees. Right? Lena, you're here on behalf of Military Governor Gutman. Okay. And we have 2 out of 3 for your group. So we have enough to present. So good. Do you want a minute or two to huddle with
Yes, definitely. I think we need like.
slides, check that everything's done?
Can we have like
so long.
You want me to be your partner again?
maybe 3 Bills players right now?
Speak about Bulldozer. Basically,
Josh
you have to
Allen,
speak to
Josh
the
Allen, and
slides and
Josh
speak about
Allen.
Bulldozer.
And the only team, the only white
Well, let's
player.
see.
But I think
Filled
What?
in. Filled in.
What are you talking about?
This was the slide you were supposed to do. He did his, and you didn't do yours.
You want to do?
Wait, can you go to mine really quick?
Slide 5, 6.
Ding.
Quickly do it now. Don't give yourself up. Training group boys on slide 14.
Yeah. I think we have the information. We just need to put it in the.
Slides. So you click here for the pages.
Are you friend or foe?
You don't have the slides. See Google Classroom, see it says number 4, Lita group work slideshow. And you say click here for the pages.
How do you guys do it?
Right, and so but we have to look at 101, 102, and 110. You want to look at 110? Or were you already doing 101,
So
102?
I'll do
Yeah.
24,
Yeah,
25.
of course.
Do you actually know?
Yes.
Which slide
Yeah.
are
I
you
don't know
doing,
her
5
name,
and
but-
6, or just
Yes.
Yeah,
5?
perfect. I can do 26.
Wait, just-
and then
So let's
35
make it
and
harder.
then-
You
Do you
want
want
to
to
do
do?
6?
let's make it
You
harder.
want to do 23 and 24?
God, I'm good.
I can
Okay.
do 5.
So that's
Yeah,
what
I'll-
we're
Wait,
Wait, I'm
can I do 4?
No, I can do 20.
Oh,
You
okay.
do
Slide
23,
5,
24, and I'll do 22.
Wait, results of Battle of Lita.
Oh no, I'm talking about that girl.
Actually?
So,
Yeah.
right,
Where's
so
the
here,
results?
see how it says page 110?
Crazy?
Do you have this
Joking,
doc
right?
open, the
No.
text?
I don't, because I don't know
Okay,
what else.
alright. Go back, you're in the slideshow, correct? You see this slide here that says the names? See where it says click here for the pages of my promised land? See that?
Yeah.
Click here. Alright, and then you have to page down to get to page 110. See it says page 95? In my hand right
Wait, it's so weird. When I click on the link, it just brings me back to the slideshow.
Go Thailand.
Thailand's a crazy place.
Yeah.
I'll just
You
leave
see,
it
it's
at
in
that.
everyone's advantage to work swiftly so we get through it.
Who go first?
110? Yep.
And we're-
See how the last paragraph says you need to read the last paragraph. You haven't put notes on the page?
And
It's not
we're
even the whole one, it's the end of it.
presenting our section, right?
That's how quick we're saying, right? Oh, and just go until here. So from here to here, okay? So you go here to there.
And we're just
Results of the Battle of Lita for him. So you're skimming for results, but you put a bullet point list of the results of the battle. What happened to him? Did he have
We have the
PTSD or,
deal.
you know, what happened?
we just present our section, right? No reflection on this part.
Are we
right?
good? Did we finish it?
Um,
Shut up.
We kind of tough.
No, you've never been and you never will. Yikes. That's not.
I'm kind of tough. I'm kind of tough. Skibbity, Sigma, Lunar Alert.
I can't do this with you. Like, I've just had it up to here.
Don't be like this. I actually don't know.
It was silence.
You already finished the quarter assignment.
I think you should focus on yourself and maybe your own work first before we start talking about other people.
This is Volvo.
Oh, you were just-
firing on who
they're
completed
No.
all
the
Israeli soldiers.
You were just talking
Sorry?
too much.
Ugh.
Sorry? Were you talking? Oh, you were just looking at me. So
No, I didn't.
Sorry, my bad.
Whoa.
I'm just confused because I haven't completed all of it yet. You know, still.
Okay, Amit.
Red. What, is there a problem with you?
No, sucks this off, but we're doing 12:30. So, like.
You notice on Saturdays are
Okay,
rest
I have a
day.
question.
Saturday's a sleep
Micah,
day.
if you like have a work period to like work on a project at 12:30 on a Saturday, 12:30 in the afternoon, is that early?
12:30 on a Saturday.
What do you mean? It's not early, right?
12:30, that's not early, but like I would rather, I mean, personally,
Do it later in the day, right?
I personally rather do it early in the morning. I'm done with it.
I would not want to do it.
It's 'cause you don't wake up.
Friday. No,
Yeah,
because
what
Saturday's
about
a
sleep on
rest day.
Friday?
Saturday's a sleeping day, okay? You
Alright,
understand.
please, we don't need to talk about this. It's
It's something
it's
day.
not Shabbat.
You don't understand, this is how we work.
Shh, bro, you're wrong. Could have said 9. So like,
No one would have gotten that.
okay.
I don't like to wake up early. Just so you don't. Phone boy. Phone boy.
It's really funny. Yeah.
You there, Jamar?
What?
Nothing. Forget it. I'm useless.
God bless.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm living, but we made never.
Can you open a window? No, there's already windows over here.
Hope they're not that ahead.
Hey, Amit. Be quiet.
I finished with talking. By the way, I made the AP side come up. It was like crazy.
I did it, dude.
It was like weird.
This is how I don't want to join question.
We'll see.
The guy who notes were crazy.
Dude, he sneezed. What does that mean? Are you good?
I'm just asking if he's feeling okay.
Okay, you don't have to justify him with a response.
Just stop. You're not as loyal.
Don't speak unless.
Things are only funny when you select them to be funny. I think we should never win.
It's okay.
You know how I think. You know how I feel. You know, Skibbity.
Bro,
Am I allowed to say gooner?
knock it off.
A lot of questions, respectfully.
I just put questions that you could answer when you're the audience. You don't have to answer the ones about your character.
Okay, what are you doing?
Alright, so what are we
Finish this one. Check. What do you mean? Because we're doing it together, bro.
He's not here.
What's wrong with
He's not
you?
here pointed down the wheel.
You're gonna need to stop.
He's not a pool. He's a human being. Disgusting. Disgusting.
I'm gonna justify you with a response. Hey, can you actually stop? Some of us are trying to work, like genuinely. Just knock it off, actually. Thanks. Stop it, please. Dude, you
Alright, Cameron, we can just screenshot for the close, right, the room?
For mine?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not good.
could you not? Can you just let me work? It's okay. I'll do Windows Shift Test. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. It's okay. You can just stop talking.
Trying to hold my.
It's okay. Just knock it off.
Okay, I'm not feeling good. Should we be answering the questions that you put into the classroom right now, or should we just?
No, you can't do that until they present.
Who are we waiting?
Oh, who are we waiting for? Is everyone done? I
No,
thought
we're
people
waiting
would
for
tell me
everyone
when
to be
you're
done.
Yeah, I'm still waiting online.
So, then-
So why are you
You're
asking?
still working
What's
on
wrong
it?
with
That's
you?
what we're
Sorry, I
waiting
just
for.
got.
Oh my god, please stay on task.
Yeah, you're right.
That is the priority right now. That you finish your thing.
Yeah. It's completely my
You were not
bad.
supposed to be distracted by the questions.
So sorry.
How long do
God.
you need? How long
I think I'll just wait for everyone to make a consensus on what.
I mean,
What?
the slides were very small tasks. Like, I'm mean, just like read your little page and
I'm
sum it
done.
up. Like,
I'm
what is there to
done.
do?
I'm
Well,
done,
who's
man.
your guy and why is it so hard?
Brigade.
Brigade commander? And what page are you supposed to read?
I was reading pages
Oh,
98 to
I forgot to tell her something.
104 or something. I don't know if I'm at because
As
I
one
already wrote.
person-
I already
Do this?
wrote. I wrote.
You wanna finish this and I'll
Each
finish
slide
this?
has like a page on it. How would you
I'll
have to
finish
read
this.
4 pages? Brigade commander, slides 8 to 12.
I already did most of
Right,
it.
so.
I'm just still
this
going
one's
over all the
filled
things,
in, filled in. Yours is done.
I'm still looking over. I just want to make sure all the information is as good as it can be. I'm sorry.
I
It's
think
just
we're
our
ready.
section.
Yeah, please don't make us wait. We have to finish.
That was. That's why I was
I'll
asking.
You're
find,
done.
I'll
when
find
it was done.
this passage.
I know where it is.
What?
I know where it is already.
Okay, perfect.
On that segment.
The passage or the
Yeah.
or for this?
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. I'm talking about this slide. I'll do this slide.
Okay.
Ms. Beckerman, did you know that there's at the UN today? There's like a meeting, not a meeting, like a ceremony for the National Holocaust Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, so, and then on the 30th they're assigning a street meeting for like
Yeah.
Hashem Street or something.
But my parents were invited
Oh,
because like one of our family members, he like is like a diplomat, so he was able to invite my parents. So they're at the UN right now, and
The
they're
UN?
sending,
Wow.
they're sending me pictures.
They should kill everyone because they do nothing.
They should just kill the UN.
Wait, that's so pretty.
Yeah. Can I see?
That's it.
It's like the cool like
You can-
the
yeah,
big like
you can see
room
after.
with like all the little lamps everywhere. Like
Yeah.
the dome.
Yeah, good job.
You know the first model the UN was in granite. Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Very nice happening.
This looks so jolly.
It's actually really cool.
It is, yeah. Is your dad representing?
All right, are we ready?
Oh wow.
Okay. So again, sort of the one of the goals here was instead of having every single person read this entire chapter, which could become a little much, each group is just doing one character, but presenting it in a quick fashion so we get the picture, right? And so you're gonna meet a series of people who were there that day. Like we read the basic account of what happened in Lita, but now it's from these people's point of view. And each one did something differently. Some were more involved in the shooting, some were more involved in the interrogating and the negotiating or whatever. And of course, one of the characters actually is an Arab who's asked to leave. So we'll just really see it from all the points. Mikey, you're gonna start talking.
Yeah, sorry. I was just asking one more question about what we're gonna do.
Are you ready?
Yeah, now we're ready. Yeah.
Okay, right, so, yeah, so just during each one, so like Jeremiah and I will do the first one. So
Woohoo.
what you can do is see where how I put these questions here. So you can open up the bulldozer question and just try to get to know this guy and answer the question, right? It just says, do you feel bad for him and were his actions justified?
Fire.
All right, so, Jeremiah, do you want me to start and you'll talk about your slide there, so I'll talk about John's slides? Or
Okay.
unless you want to do more. I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, it's alright.
All right, so this character bulldozer here. I believe he was a student in the youth village. You know, he was raised in Tel Aviv. He was always surrounded by Arabs. There was one time from his youth he saw an Arab throw a bomb from a passing train. It wounded people. Killed an 8-year-old boy. So like he had this close to him his whole life. Even as a child, he was surrounded by the violence. Leading up to Lita, he was in the army, right? So he was a member, they started the army very early then, 14. You know, he was in the secret Haganah. He was training. He climbed Masada. He was really like in the troops, training for guns and grenades and everything. He trained to be an anti-tank pistol operator. And before the Lita incident, he was involved in invading a few other villages. And each one, he describes it as that he was trigger happy. He enjoyed beating prisoners. Right, like It was hard to summarize all this because it was just like, wow. I wish everyone could just read this themselves. Right? Once he hit the head of a prisoner with a short stick, then he hit the prisoner's legs with a long stick. He started beating the prisoner. He enjoyed beating the prisoners. He felt that he was avenging the dead.
Something a meat would do.
Sounds like
He made
what would
people
I do?
tell them everything they
You're not
know.
listening?
He made them bleed so they couldn't
No,
stand
I just
up.
spaced out.
And this was before Lino. So he really like got a little high on killing. It says here that it was an almost sexual pleasure of killing. It says that right here.
Love him
Reading
so
right
much,
to you.
Love him so much.
This was before Lita. Finally,
Jane.
What's the whole
he
show?
eventually gets to Lita.
People refer to him by name on folders.
That's what he was called. So they ordered him to go into the city. He goes in, and they start by like looting shops. It's like a camera shop, and he's looting and stuff like that. Then he heard the shooting. You know that thing that we saw described by like the Jordanian vehicles were there. And he finds like a subordinate soldier. He says, "Okay, fire a PI, like an anti-tank. One of those things with like a big recoil. You get hurt by firing yourself. We'll fire that into the small mosque. That's where all the prisoners are." And the soldier refused, so he did it himself. Even though he knew he didn't get injured, he ended up getting injured. But he hid in a bathroom. Barely fit him because he's so large. He shot.
70 people.
He shot from 6 meters away and killed 70 people through the wall of a mosque. They're prisoners in a mosque.
What a guy.
Now it's your turn. So this was your
Uh-oh.
What happened? So what happened after
Okay.
the result?
So Bulldozer was injured. He was taken to the hospital, and then his partners felt enraged, so they just gunned everybody down in the
Oh,
mosque.
they took revenge for him.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
And this was the quote I found for him. He realizes that the war he's participating in might end with the death of Zionism. And if Zionism dies, what will happen in the land of Israel will be what has happened time after time in Europe. Jews will be Jews again, they will be helpless. That was his motivation.
That's crazy that he gunned down 70 people while he was injured.
That was what he wanted to, because there was a recoil on the thing.
Wow.
And he was in a tight space in like a one
Is
cell
this a
bathroom.
real story?
Yes.
Sounds like Rabbi Tesla.
Right. Now we behind your Jeremiah. Remember what happened? This is the new history. This guy Ari Shavit interviewed
Crazy.
these 5 characters, and Bulldozer. This was Bulldozer's
Zombitron.
account of what happened to him to Ari Shavit.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we feel bad for him? Was he, or was he?
He's a little freaky, so.
I think he was a hero.
He's a little bit of an extreme.
Yeah.
The way he was looting the store. Yeah.
Right.
Like as if he was a little bit Lord of the Flies, and he lost his his sense of right and wrong.
Yeah.
He enjoyed.
I think he
violence.
took too much pleasure in it. In like
Yeah, I think he was a
in
little
the bad
emotional
stuff.
at the start.
Yeah.
Yikes.
A little.
Big word.
Okay. So that was Bulldozer. Okay. Who's the next group? Is Brigade Commander.
Should we be answering the questions while we're learning?
Where do we find the question?
They're on
So see on
Classroom.
Google
This?
Classroom.
No. They're on Google.
On
Go
the
to Google
classwork tab,
Scroll up.
there's
all the
these
way up.
5 questions at the top, and I labeled them by the character. So Bulldozer,
It's okay, Lee.
we just did that
We'll get there
one.
one.
Just put
Did you say
something
trying
that
to
showed
watch a
you,
movie?
process something that was said.
Yikes.
You know, as I thought about it, I very much thought about making it either multiple choice or open-ended, but I felt like multiple choice, how do I know what someone's thinking?
Yeah,
So,
Zombitron.
you know, whatever thought comes to mind, just write down, show that you were thinking about this character. And then, so, I think Brigade Commander, I put the same questions. Same, what we feel bad for him was just. So now everyone has the questions? Alright, so tell us about the Brigade Commander.
Yeah, so the Brigade was a man divided between 2 worlds. He was born in Colorado in an associate household in Tel Aviv. At some point during his early years, he pretty much just fell in love with the culture. He saw how everyone interacted in the town, and he just loved how the town and the people were also into each other. And he was also a very big lover of music. He loved listening to classical music, and he also loved folk music. You could say it was his hobby before he became all serious in the army. And at 21, he became a company commander, so obviously he enlisted like everyone else does. And he slowly climbed up the ranks, garnering more influential and crucial role in the army. Forward, he became a regiment commander, and then he started to command the elite units of Zionism, and that pretty much just led to him, kind of being known as like very, very formidable person in Israel at the time, and he was someone with a lot of power, and he was known as someone who was very knowledgeable and very curious, but he was also destructive. His unit caused a lot of chaos. Now, as his role in Lida is, during the events, it's kind of very complicated and devastating because he was very empathetic, and he was like kind of torn between what was happening, and he was just upset. Like he didn't know like which side to choose because obviously it was his job to move all the air in the city, but he gave orders that he was shooting anyone kind of in the streets and evacuating the entire population. Soft spot. It's like, despite all the tough things he's done in the past, he's still sad about what has happened, and there's a very large emotional weight kind of all the suffering that was caused, all the families that were separated from this place, and he tries to kind of explain to citizens it's important that people should be like super quick to act. All these things are important to in my mind, I think in my own interpretation, it's just his way of rationalizing the fact. Yeah, we were out.
Because your guy is like the opposite. Right, so like your guy is in the war, yes, but he also has speculated and guilt.
I was when I was writing, I think I just saw that.
Okay.
I changed it.
Oh, he changed it? Okay.
And I'm just going to talk more about how he's like super upset and the fact that his excuses about how people should have acted quickly still doesn't really explain the emotional impact of what really happened. There's also another big thing, I think loss reflects and for the quote that stuck with me a lot was, the brigade commander withdraws into himself and finally describes the marching column. Standing by his command car, his execution was little walking, and on the back of his back. Made blankets and sheets, gradually the cast back. Why did he suffer from that? He's a Jew, and it's what happened to him. Yeah. He's causing what happened to him, so it's like the parallelism is very, very obvious here. And I think it's just kind of like him kind of realizing the sad meaning of what he's done. Oh my god, I'm acting on behalf of the army and anything, but I'm better than I think it was just interesting. I kind of No, because he still did it. You know, at first he still did it, and then he had that like post clarity where he said no.
And he didn't do the like over like a one wet shot set. He was involved in
just people who like people who say like it's people who only feel guilty about something until after it happens. They did it, and then after that.
Shavit did these interviews back in 1990, so for sure it's already 40 years later. These are his feelings 40 years later. It's not, not the next day.
Have you heard the movie and everything?
Yeah.
He when he was constructing it, he was like very kind of entranced in the building of the atomic bomb. And then after, he was remorse because he realized that he was a weapon of mass destruction. You know, I feel like this is a very good example of, oh my God, what have I done?
And he
but
set off,
I
this
still
is
did
the
it.
chain of events that led to October 7th.
Yeah.
Mega kill.
So now we have the Trinity Boys.
It's me and you, bud.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Should I start?
Question.
I can start if you want. Okay, so the question for this one originally was like, what were their origins and mission and their training and lifestyle? Oh wait, no, that's not what I'm talking. My bad.
Yeah, so for this one, when you're the audience, just write down anything
Another round.
they say that makes them unique, because they are a very unique character here.
Perpetual
And you might,
0.05.
the reason I did this shock you, you might be shocked by some of the things that they say.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of shocking. Okay, so basically, wait, where did it go? Okay, so the origins and mission for the training group boys, they consisted about 120 recent graduates from youth movements in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Haifa. Their goal was to establish a kibbutz. Their training and lifestyle, on the other hand, during the summer of 1947, the 18-year-old boys and girls trained for kibbutz life at an older kibbutz by the Sea of Galilee. They engaged in various tasks such as clearing fields, mending fishnets, tending banana plantations, building housing, and taking care of livestock. Then 10 days each month they would study military skills, including handling submachine guns and assembling explosives. The remaining time was dedicated to intellectual and cultural activities like literature, art classes, political economy workshops, and Zionist philosophy. Do you want to do this one? Or I can do it too if you want.
Alright.
Wait, how many is it? Okay, I'll do it. So in their experience fighting in Arabs, their first operation was at a small village in Upper Galilee. After accidentally killing women and children, they blew up 2 houses that contained their bodies. The boys became morbid and cynical. They integrated with one another and they executed prisoners. And there was a sniper who killed 50 people. Yeah.
Basically, right, this group of boys, they trained like real soldiers. Then they became a little like vigilantes. They weren't exactly following orders of the army, right? They
No, they
weren't.
weren't.
Like, in the army, really. They were just like these like a slippery slope. Yeah, they were trained. Some of them were very young. They weren't all 18, right? There were some of them like 16. It was like a slippery slope. Like once they killed someone,
Yeah. That's what Batman says will happen if you kill someone.
This chapter reminded me of Lord of the Flies. They lost civilization.
Yeah.
Just like
Exactly.
it was like they were awake at night.
That's actually-
Every night they went into little villages and they.
That's a perfect way to describe it,
They
like
had
Lord of the Flies.
notches in their rifles and stuff.
Thank you, Mikey.
Alright, so what did they do in Lita?
So at the beginning, they sort of arrested everybody. They put people in the big mosque there, but after something happened, they got so with revenge. Somebody got hurt, and they got filled with revenge and started killing a bunch of people, like all the people in mosques. So they started shooting all of them and throwing grenades and killing lots of people. That's all.
Can you not talk to this, especially about that's such a morbid subject. Oh yeah.
So afterwards, they felt like they should be held accountable for it and you should face punishment. 'Cause they killed like 70 people.
In their interview with Shavit.
Yeah. And we thought this was very important goal because it said the damn war turned human into that sort of like, again, like Lord of the Rings, became more animal.
This is them reflecting on the life.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this.
Yeah, they were score on their rifles with how many arrows they had. It was like really out of hand. And some of them were girls, right? I know it's called Betraying the Boys, but they were also
Yeah,
girls.
yeah, they were girls too. I forget.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it now.
So somehow they were part of the army group that day that was the order. It started out as like, I guess you could say on the world Bulldozer, the brigade commander, and these guys were all there that same day. They converged and they did the thing.
The thing?
The event.
From the Fantastic Four.
How was it? If they had these type of like Israelis in the time of the Holocaust, I don't think they were like Israelis. Right?
Right, so we got military government.
That's crazy.
Okay, so, yeah, he's a little different from everyone else. He's a secular, radical, and intelligent man. And he started by working in Masada. Operator, then after he also, yeah.
Masada was a training station.
Yeah, he
It's
was,
not like the
right.
trailer.
Yeah, that I know. But then he became an intelligence officer. And when he was working in Masada, he was able to learn Arabic and kind of gain knowledge on Arab culture. So by the time he was an intelligence operator, he believed that the Arab issue always existed, but now it was kind of unclear what would happen in the future. A new Arab intelligentsia developed a strong national awareness and how dangerous Arab cross-Syrian identity. There was no longer an option to go to Biden and graduate, so that immigrants were all built to just and that we believe that Zionism is like an outsource of life. It's like the people that are on that the nation is on the inside of the nation.
What does it intelligence,
Like the Arab
I just haven't seen it work.
Intelligentsia, that word is often used to describe some people like academic professors. Yeah, Arab intelligence.
So like a class of Arabs who are more highly regarded.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
So his role is intelligence and finals on their approaches and then something different about him was he kind of was like more mature in the situation. He was kind of looking for like sophisticated ways to get rid of the Arabs. He didn't really want to cause them to be on their own accord. He also warfare, created kind of like the old guard Arab and he claimed that he was strongest and most loyal leader end up turning against so now during the psychological warfare negotiations, so shooting into every window, and shooting anyone suspected being part of the mutiny. So he really didn't want that.
Can I just add one thing? I know you guys mentioned the psychological warfare and then set them up that they had to go.
Yes.
This might clarify for some people. I think this is great, by the way.
Right, yeah, I tried summing that up when he said like he didn't want them to, he wanted them to leave on their own. So, kind of like encourage them to.
Everyone, take a look at this. It says, well, they say the dignitaries in there. Well, some of the prisoners detained in the mosque. What we shall do to the prisoners, what you would do, and you imprisoned us. No, please don't do that. What did I say? All I said is that we will do to you what you can do to us. Oh, please no. Thank you. Not do such a thing. No, we shall not do that. 10 minutes from now, the prisoners will be free to leave the mosque and leave their homes and leave Lita along with all of you and the entire population.
So the connotation there is that they would have done much worse.
Yeah, right. What happens when Arabs take Jews hostage?
Yeah.
Yeah, or they hang them from their feet, or they do something sadistic or something. Right? They're like, oh, yeah, in 10 minutes we're gonna get to leave. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, he's trying to like de-escalate.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
we'll leave.
Yeah, it's zoinks.
So he set them up that they had to leave.
Right.
Without guns.
Yeah.
They didn't need bulldozers to do this. They
Kind of
just did this.
impressive. Yeah. Very impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty powerful. And that is what psychological warfare.
Yeah. And then yeah, the quote we got, he had chose this one, got the people, occupation, massacre, and mental pressure, day after 48 hours of hell. He did not quite order the people of Lita to go, and the rest got slaughter, and those who were out of here. So that kind of just looks bad.
No pressure.
Yeah,
Alright, so we did this, we did training group boys, we shocked you. How is he different? What did military governor Godwin do that was different than bulldozers and brigade commanders training group boys?
He's like thought of like smart ways to kind of address the situation with psychological warfare. He was much more kind of like level-headed, I guess.
I get them to do that. And he got their leaders to lead them out. Right? Like like in shepherding, you get the leader sheep to lead the other ones,
Yep.
So that's what he did. And he knew that this is what needed to happen for Zion. And he thought that even the Arab leaders that he had trusted relationships with would turn on them if they didn't get them out. He agreed that they needed to leave. They needed to be restored. As sad as this is. He went about it differently than the military way. And we had the whole experience, like a spectrum, right? You had the training group boys were the most crazy, and bulldozer was a little crazy, and brigade commander who had a conscience, but he was a soldier. And now this guy who was more of a conscience and like a director or something. You know? So these were the 4 Israeli personalities. The remaining personality is Ahmed Abu Hamed. Hear his story, what happened from his perspective.
Okay, this is mine. So background, who is he? So Ahmed Abu Hamed is a Palestinian man from the city of Yarmouk, located in central Israel. His family had close ties with Jewish communities before the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, with his grandfather working on one day Jews in the tea factory, and his father supplying vegetables to the Ben Shemen youth village. So growing up, Ahmed often visited the youth village and admired his father. He talked about like, all the amazing facilities the youth village had and like how he admired it. And he had close like friendships with like Israelis and with Jews. And during the war, he beat.
For example, a Jewish driver was murdered and 2 Jewish men and 1 Jewish woman was captured and murdered. So, again, summer, and they were attacked and murdered. The soldiers entered the car and told him and his family to leave, and if they don't, they will shoot.
So, emotional reactions. So, when the soldiers first arrived and ordered his family to leave Leva, Ottoman is terrified. It says that he cries and wets himself, overwhelmed by the events happening around him. He is deeply hurt by the way the soldiers first his family at the checkpoint, taking their jewelry and belongings. And he witnesses the dire situation. He will struggle to survive the journey. He sees children dancing in their community, he sees people wet, water-soaked clothing, or watermelon clothing. So this is a quote that Ottoman remembers that on the night of July 11th, the soldiers had over tears and over a lot of secrets found out. Call for all men to go to the great mosque. Ottoman walked there with his father, going down to Ottoman terrified, he cried, he went to set up a few mosques for a small mosque. No one knows what to expect. No one knows what else the Jews are capable of. His father shuts his eyes in prayer. Ottoman hears the words. The next day, after 36 nightmare hours, he comes to some sort of understanding with the dignitaries. Men are allowed out of the mosque. So Ottoman's father knows royal for the all mosques.
Described it, you know, like he said his family was adopted. His father was adopted, maybe? You know, like he thought that he had like protexia, like he was.
Yeah, like they had lost the connection.
They would pass over his house.
They had lost the connection.
And it didn't happen. One of the questions you have to answer for the reflection. Does everyone have the reflection open, by the way? They're learning about Lita Journal.
It's the
Stand behind Ari Shmidt's words and justify the dirty work too. That's the question. So are you going to reject Zionism because of Lita or accept Zionism with Lita? This is what it says. I wash my hands of Zionism. Do I turn my back on the Jewish national movement that carried out the commander? I am faced with something serious to deal with. The military governor, I see like the trading leader. I am not only sad, I'm horrified. But when one opens the black box, one understands that whereas the small mosque massacre could have been a misunderstanding brought about by tragic events, the inevitable phase of the Zionist revolution that laid the foundation for the Zionist state. Lita is an integral and essential part of our story. And I try to be honest about it. I see that the choices start. Either reject Zionism because of Lita, or accept Zionism along with Lita. So, that's your choice for the reflection. And then, if need be, I'll stand by the damned, because I know that if it wasn't for them, the state of Israel would not have been born. If it wasn't for them, I would not have been born. They did the dirty, filthy work that enables my people, myself, my daughter, and my sons to live. So, in other words, he's grappling with it as the author of this. You're grappling with it too. But ultimately, are you going to throw out every connection to Israel because of this? Or are you just going to learn to accept this along with
You're gonna wait.
Israel?
You're gonna wait, man.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like King David, like about how like we know like he had some blood on his hands and like we know he did bad stuff, so that's why God King Solomon to like build the temple. Because kind of like similar in that regard that it's like we understand that all the terrible stuff happens. But at the same time, we can like understand that greater good came out of it. So like even though that doesn't take away from the core values of design, it's not the reality that you need in state.
So just like Mike did this in grappling and he came to some conclusion there, right? So try to come to something that shows you grapple, but you can still